So just a quick recap for any VOD gamers. Basically, the test server is now online for PC, and it does include Crystal 5 gear as well as, you guessed it, a new profession. And the new profession is actually related to crafting gear. Now, I haven't experienced it yet. I still want to end up exploring it with you guys on stream here. But basically, it sounds to me like the higher your character's power rank that you're using, the higher tier of the gear it's going to end up being. And it sounds very, very similar to crystal rings, but in relation to crystal gear. So we'll see how that works out. Here's something that you guys might know or you might not have known. Crystal 5 gear was accidentally leaked years ago. When Crystal 4 gear was being added to the game, they were giving players Crystal 4 gear just for fun to test stuff out, and they accidentally gave away Crystal 5 gear. So that's how long Crystal 5 gear has been sitting and waiting in the boiler. Is it undercooked? We'll see. The one thing that I will confirm, though, is that C5 gear can be dropped. They did mention that. I don't know if it's only higher Uber worlds. Let's also see. It still only goes to U11. Lame, bro. We needed U12 difficulty. There is nothing in this game that challenges us right now, man. Probably a bug, but I got a C5 from U6. Very strange, actually, because as far as I knew, Crystal gear could only drop as early as U8. Or at least it's, maybe I'm thinking of the gems. Maybe I'm mixing that up. That definitely doesn't seem like that should be like that. Now, the interesting thing is gonna be, do higher tiered pieces of gear loot collect into the appropriate resources now? Because if they made it that crystal gear would loot collect into these various resources, I'd be fine with that, actually. Unfortunately, I think that's basically it. So we just gotta go and do some dungeons really quick and see what the rates are. Okay, so anyways, we got that new resource out of there. Not many of them. Let's see about the crystal gear, or the gear itself. Okay, so these are worth 4 each. Not bad. Does that go up? 5 each. 6, 7, 8. Not bad. 15 each. Okay, what about higher crystal gear? Nah, not really. It costs 90k nitro and 36k forge fragments. I swear the devs just pick these numbers like out of a hat. That's if you start from a 2-star C5, which is what you get from the box. Okay, so the ones that you get out in the wild are basically worthless, just because of how much more expensive that would be. As a comparison, do you guys know off the top of your head how much it costs to upgrade C4 gear? C4 gear is like 15k forge fragments and 20k nitro, around there. Yeah, okay, so that's like quad the amount of nitro and almost double. No, that's more than double of the forge fragments. Yeah, of course, nitro jumped up in price. 175 flux each. Okay, 175 times 90,000. 15, let's round it out. 16 million flux. Like, I don't even know why they added the tax update, because the tax update just makes flux drain out of the in-game economy for no reason. And then they keep adding all of these things, not realizing the flux impact that it all has. Like, no wonder people do botting. I left nitro in the club chest. Oh, okay. Thanks, Spooky. Because I just realized I'm going to have to, like, I might have to go onto live server, buy up a bunch of nitro, and then re-export my account. So I might not be able to forge this up for you guys. Hell, I might not be able to forge it up in the first place, just because the sheer cost. It doesn't cost crystalline cores, thank God. But the forge fragments kind of sucks. What the hell is that? Tempered block element. Found rarely in Gearcrafter's vaults. Were the boxes we were opening Gearcrafter vaults? Because I didn't get a single one. That's rarer than the actual gear? What? The resource to upgrade Crystal 5 gear is rarer than Crystal 5 gear. What? Okay, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to upgrade this gear right now. Let's just be real. You also got some of the other resources you need for forging C5. Oh, like it's just randomly giving it to me as well. Oh yeah, tempered block element. Oh, okay. Wow, we still only got like 11 of those. Yikes. Yeah, so that's gonna be the problem, is that resource. So what I would suggest, just now that we know that the bottleneck is gonna be the tempered block element, I would suggest that when this update does go live, don't bother like rushing to get nitro or even the forge souls and stuff like that. Leave these on the side and wait until you have enough of the tempered block, because the value is going to fluctuate heavily with the other resources. And I mean, for all you know, you might end up just grinding those passively. But yeah, I mean, at least we'll get, what, 3 more movement speed out of all of this? Is C5 gear like actually tradable? I feel like that's a bug. Otherwise, yo, dude, then that rectifies all my complaints. I don't care. If it's tradable gear, are you kidding me? Like, if that's actually like intentional, that's huge. Oh, Kev saying that the crystal gear that you get out of the boxes are not. Wait, so, sorry, Kev, clarify please for me. Are you saying that you can get C5 gear out of these boxes and those are not tradable, but the ones that you found in the world are tradable? Tradable ones I got from random drop from a world boss in U6. If they make these crystals tradable, then everyone's going to get Cosmic Dragon and everyone's going to be high in power rank when they hit endgame. Yes, especially if they end up making it tradable. Like, that's, if that's intentional, then that's actually awesome. It makes me question why they don't make other crystal gear tradable, but whatever. It doesn't say anything else about Crystal 5 being like tradable or not, so I'm gonna assume that that's a bug, which would genuinely suck. Because it being like tradable would actually like incentivize people to go for it beyond just their own capacity. You know what I mean? Illustrious gem box. Who cares? Okay, so my weapon is 1698. And this is 1540. Okay, yeah, the PR is not a very high increase. New max PR is a little over 47,600. Okay, so we still can't hit 45k. That's lame. Keep in mind that that PR is based off of people being at max mastery. So I'm not gonna hit that PR. I'll probably be like maybe 47,300, 47,400, barely.